accidentally stayed up all night, so I might slur my words a little bit. And for the actual like nitty gritty of the video, there's no spoilers, or at least I try my best not to say any spoilers. But have you ever been like bored just scrolling on YouTube trying to find that perfect video? Maybe you got your perfect lunch, your perfect dinner, you know, with that perfect shake. Everything is just perfect. I hate to say that I was one of those people, because I got caught lacking doing the same thing that a normal average person would do. And I watched a Kid Nuts video about Rezero season 3 leak. He compared it to, well, it's better if I just show you what he compared it to.
You can't just dangle Amelia's thighs right in front of me and expect me not to bury my face. And obviously this leak is Crunchyroll's fault.
So after hearing a comparison like that, I was kind of like a fish in water, because once you hear a comparison of that level, it's like, that's the perfect bait for me to go ahead and just indulge in the opportunity that I had to take, right? And I know I made the video about the leaks and I said blah blah blah, you shouldn't watch it and blah blah blah, but Rezero is that one thing. I have Rezero fan in every single one of my descriptions, and you can go fact check that. Probably not every single one, but for like my last 50 videos, hashtag Rezero fan is in my description. So I caved. I'm sorry, I had to. Legally, I can't tell you guys like super crazy things, and I can't show you guys things on the screen that I saw in the show, but I can talk a little bit about it, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it. And the first thing I'm gonna say is this episode was everything I wanted and more. The characters were great, the music was better, and holy shit, that cliffhanger. And I kind of literally that cliffhanger, and if you know, you know. As a Rezero fan, I cannot lie, that guilt that I feel right now, and I'm pretty sure that most people that watch Rezero and actually care about the development of Rezero, I know you feel that guilt of watching the leak a little earlier than you needed to. But the problem is, or the solution to that guilt is, I didn't leak it. It's totally on Crunchyroll. And I hate to say that, because I genuinely, I don't know, bro. It's a little hard to like judge a company or brand or anything like that when I don't own it, I don't run it, I don't do any of that. So it's hard to say, like, I know they fucked up, but at the same time, you know, is it their fault? They caught the person who leaked everything. So I'm a benefit from it, bro. It's a high quality episode. It's still the same good Rezero that you know and love. It's still like, it's great. The English subtitles, the 1080p resolution is just in big 4K quality. Well, that's not 4K, but you get what I'm saying. And bro, I'm a sucker for pain. No Suicide Squad. Like I needed it. I needed it the same way SpongeBob needed that water. I just needed it. And 9 times out of 10, when the real thing comes out and the whole episodic series comes out, I'm gonna watch the first episode like 10 times, and I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. It's a 90-minute episode, and now I'm just kind of now starting to realize that it's a 90-minute episode. But when you're watching it, it feels really diplomatic, and it feels really like happy-go-lucky, which is like a good sight to see in Rezero. And if you've watched Rezero is not often happy-go-lucky. It's not often a slice of life. It doesn't often have that comedy effect or that comedic stance in it at all. You know, Rezero is known for one thing and one thing alone, and that's suffering. And for once, I was genuinely like super happy watching the show. I mean, obviously it's one of my favorite shows. I'm gonna be happy watching it regardless, but I was genuinely surprised at how much slice of life and comedy elements that this episode actually had. Like, this episode was truly filled with dialogue, and unlike the slime isekai where the table is the main character, and I truly feel like that, because that, man, they don't know how to talk. I genuinely feel like the slime isekai people who just don't know how to talk. They know how to do everything else, but when it comes to talking, it's the most boring thing of all time. But in this Rezero episode, it felt kind of slow paced, but at the same time, like I said, that slice of life and comedic timing they have in Rezero is just, it's built different, you know? I feel like Mushoku Tensei does it the best. It's just Mushoku Tensei is very raunchy with it, so it's a different kind of, you know, slice of life. And I feel like more so Rezero has a point when it comes to certain things, and Mushoku Tensei has like I don't, it's like, you get what if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. It's hard to really put it into words, but it's like Mushoku Tensei has this straight line that it goes down, and then Rezero has this straight line that goes somewhere, you know? At the end of the day, we both have goals, but our goals are two totally different things. So we're both trying to get a touchdown, but two totally different touchdowns. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, full of dialogue. It's totally filled with dialogue, and it's entertaining dialogue. Like, I wasn't bored, but at the same time, I kind of was, because, you know, everybody gets bored of dialogue at a point. Like I said, it's gonna be bewildering for a casual Rezero fan, because we're used to suffering. I say we're, even though I read a little bit into the light novel after season 2 ended, because, you know, I couldn't wait. The same reason I watched the leak, because I couldn't wait, and almost just knocked over water all over my setup. That would have been so sucky. Anyways, one of the things that I've been seeing people nitpick online is the art style. I feel like the art style really makes sense, and it's definitely an upgrade. I don't think somebody should look at that and be like, ugh, this trash. I feel like once you get used to it, it's gonna be really good to you. You're gonna notice, like, if you go and hold side by side, like if you got a 2 monitor setup, you got this monitor over here with season 2 and this monitor over here with season 3, you're gonna say that season 3 is really like the best choice. And I feel like with the time difference from the Sanctuary arc to where we are now, it makes sense. It actually makes a lot of sense. And especially certain enlargements on certain characters, if you get where I'm going with that, you know, I feel like it really makes sense on why certain things are the way they are. I mean, it's better to just say, I welcome it. I welcome the changes, even though I know others may not. More importantly, Kenichiro, bro, if I could just shake your hand, if I could just shake your hand, because the music design, it's 2 things in Rezero that I always say are truly underrated, and that I like, well, 3 things now that I'm thinking about it. And the one thing is the plot and what the actual direction of the show is. People just like don't consider what the actual like point of the show is. The second thing is the world building. The world building in Rezero is so fucking underrated, and it hits you as soon as he teleports into the world is being built from the ground up. The mansion arc, I feel like, is one of the most underrated arcs, because it tells you so many things about this world that even Subaru doesn't really understand fully. But the third thing that I say is most anime, even like mainstream, certain, I won't list off names to say which ones are worse than Rezero when it comes to this, but the music in Rezero is fucking unmatched. The music that just corresponds and just like goes in that symphony with the voice acting, and it just blends together. It just blends so well, like you put the fucking voice acting and the music in a fucking blender and say, and it's just smooth consistency, so silky smooth. And bro, I can't really show you guys. That's the only thing. I really want to save like my really in-depth analysis of this episode for when it actually comes out. And I want to really talk in depth about this episode. I'm trying to get in it without getting in it. I don't want to put any spoilers. I don't want to get struck. I know Katakawa don't play when it comes to strikes, so I'm really just trying not to get my channel taken down and sniped, if I'm being 100% honest. But the music, man, the music, and it wasn't even that much music in this first episode, but the music, bro, it had me levitating. And the only way that I can really describe it is if you go watch it. And with me saying that though, don't go watch it. Legally, I cannot tell you go watch it, and legally, I cannot tell you where I watched it. My comments have been really blurry lately though, so if you put anything down there, I might not even see it. So honestly, bro, I caved in. The biggest point of this video is to say that I caved in. I couldn't help myself. I even said when I was talking about the leak in my other video that I posted like right before this one, or like a video ago, I would have watched it if I knew French. And as soon as it said English 1080p, favorite YouTuber said, damn, if you don't watch this, you're dumb and you don't like s'mores. And I like s'mores, man. I think they're good. I want to eat it, you know. I gotta get it. Feel me? Give me that burger. I want my snack, man. Like it just when he kept saying like, this is great. This is great. If you like Rezero, this is going to be one of the best experiences you've ever had. And I'm just thinking like, oh, I want to show so much support to White Fox because they're working on my baby, man. Rezero is my baby, man. And then I kicked up my feet on the couch with a cookie. Like I had like 4 cookies and some milk, and I was like, hell yeah, it's Rezero time, baby. So with that being said, I'm sorry. I know all I can do is apologize, but I'd rather be honest with you guys and come forth with that instead of hiding behind a closed door. Like, I don't want them to know that I secretly watched the show before it came out. Ooh. So I did what I had to, honestly. And I don't regret it. It was an amazing experience. And if I could again, Men in Black and rewatch it, I would do that. I would do that right now. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, that like button, and hit the little bell to show me some extra love. And other than that, I have nothing else to say. But if you watched it without spoiling, tell me how it was for you. And if you have to spoil, I know some of you just have to spoil, put spoilers and a warning sign next to it, and then like space it down. You know how to do it, and leave the spoiler, whatever you want to do. For the people that are gonna leave where to watch it, I didn't say you could do that, so definitely don't do that. Definitely, I'm watching you guys, or am I? Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching this video, and peace.